Welcome back, everyone. Today, we're diving into some wild Pawn Stars moments when the crew got scammed big time. From fake Rolex watches to stolen diamonds, the mistakes range from funny to downright painful. Stick around until the end because the biggest loss will make your jaw drop. Let's jump right in. Number 1. Corey's Rolex disaster. First up, Corey Harrison, aka Big Hoss, made a rookie mistake when he started working solo night shifts at 18. In just 1 week, Corey managed to buy 6 fake Rolex watches for a total loss of $4,000. That's what we call a rough learning curve. Number 2. Chumley's mandolin mishap. Next, we've got Chumley, everyone's favorite lovable goof. While running the shop alone, Chumley bought a fake Gibson mandolin for $1,500. Here's the kicker. The spending limit was $1,000, and the mandolin turned out to be worth only $100, not his finest hour. 3. Rick's Fantasy Strongbox. In Season 5, Rick bought what he thought was a 19th century Wells Fargo strongbox with ball and chain sets for $450. Even though he was suspicious about the extras, he still made the deal. An expert later called it a complete fantasy piece, and Rick was stuck with a total dud. Number 4. Willie Mays uniform. In 2012, Corey thought he struck gold with a game-worn Willie Mays uniform. He paid $31,000 for it, but there were red flags all over it, like the uniform being too clean. Turns out, it wasn't even a real uniform, let alone worn by Mays. Corey ended up selling it for $19,000, taking a $12,000 hit. Number 5. Shoeless Joe's signature. Rick bought a book claiming to have the rare signature of Shoeless Joe Jackson, one of the hardest autographs to find in the sports world. Even though he was skeptical, Rick paid $13,000. Experts later confirmed it was a poorly done fake, leaving Rick with nothing but regrets. Number 6. Cubic zirconia chaos. Back in the 1970s and 80s, fake diamonds, aka cubic zirconias, fooled pawn shops everywhere. Rick's shop was no exception, losing a whopping $30,000 to these flawless fakes. That's enough to make anyone nervous around sparkly jewelry. Number 7. Stolen diamond earrings. Rick thought he hit the jackpot with a pair of diamond earrings, paying $40,000 for them after the seller even provided a receipt. But just 3 days later, the police came knocking. Turns out the earrings were stolen, and they had to be returned to their rightful owner. Rick lost the money and called it his biggest bust ever. Before we move on to the biggest losses, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss more entertaining videos like this one. Number 8. Vic Flick's guitar fail. Rick bought a 1961 Fender Stratocaster played by musician Vic Flick for $55,000, expecting to resell it for $90,000. But Flick wasn't a household name, and the guitar only sold for $20,000. That's a $35,000 loss for Rick. Ouch. Number 9. Auction disaster. Rick went big at an LA auction, bringing items like a 1940s Indian motorcycle with a sidecar and the infamous Vic Flick guitar. Unfortunately, the bike sold for $29,000 less than expected, and the guitar added to the disaster. When all was said and done, Rick walked away with a $100,000 total loss. Number 10. The Hendrix drama. Finally, the biggest and most suspicious loss of them all. A customer brought in a 1963 Fender Stratocaster, claiming it belonged to Jimi Hendrix. An expert verified it was authentic, but the seller wouldn't go below $750,000. Rick offered $600,000, but no deal was made. Later, it turned out the seller and the expert were connected, raising major questions about the whole thing. And there you have it. 10 times the Pawn Stars crew took some major losses. Which one do you think was the most painful? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more crazy stories and top 10 lists. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.